What's up, Riverdalians? Welcome back to the River's Edge. I'm your host, Abby, and I'm here with my co-host, Haley. And this week we've got something a little different. This is something that I feel like we always say this, but we have talked about this a lot. And this has been a discussion within the fandom for a very long time. But I don't think I've ever seen it quite this bad. And I'm gonna tell you what
Yeah.
it is. It is something that I never in my life did I think I'd see. Something that, but also it didn't really shock me, but the way that it has been taken kind of has. Mr. Fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's so freaking
It's
okay,
crazy.
you should tell a story about how we were the first two people to listen to the song and now he has how many followers on Instagram?
I don't even know.
How
I'll have
many
to
follow?
check
It's
that.
like a
That's
lot.
a
It's
lot,
like
but he has
a
more on TikTok.
lot.
He's got more on TikTok, and
Yeah.
he's got a lot of monthly listeners. But it was before he had posted about the song, before anybody had said anything. It was late one night and I was bored and I was looking at the account and I was like, he keeps saying like music coming soon, coming soon, coming soon.
I know. Coming soon. Big things coming soon.
Yeah, and I was like, let me look on Spotify if he has a page. I wasn't expecting the song to be up, but it was. And it's got less than 1,000 views. I've got the screenshots to prove all of this, by the way. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like listening to the song and I'm like, oh my God, it's actually good. And then the first thing I did was send it to Haley. And I'm like, we can't post about it yet because
Mm-hmm.
obviously he doesn't realize that it's been posted
No.
yet. He obviously doesn't realize that
Yeah.
it's up. And on the credits, if anybody's still doubting that it's him, which I don't know why you are, you must be really stupid if you are,
Yeah.
in even a little bit of denial about this. It's him. The
Yes.
song credits have or had, they don't
KJ
have it
Appa.
anymore, but it did.
Yeah, they
It
took it
had
down.
KJ Appa.
Mm.
It is so obviously
He has
him,
766.2 thousand followers on Instagram. Almost a million followers on
you
it.
know?
Or
And
not on Instagram, on TikTok. Same
it's
thing.
crazy. And he also, I remember, and this is another shout out to our good buddy Galavarchi. I think she was the first one to send it to me. And I remember getting the notification, and we send each other reels, or I send her reels. And sometimes she sends me reels back. And she sends me this one from Mr. Fantasy. And I'm like, must be some like meme page or something. And then I
Hmm.
look, and it's KJ in a wig and fake teeth. And I'm like, oh, I'm sure. Like, all right, yeah.
Oh,
Because
I'm sure. Yeah, people are like shocked about it. I'm like, oh, I'm sure.
yeah, like
Oh,
not a doubt in my mind. The second I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is him. Like he fucking followed
yeah.
himself. He followed
I
himself
know he followed himself and then he
on
unfollowed
Instagram
himself.
on the Mr. Fantasy account. So it's him. Stop it. And his friends
Like
followed it.
you're
It was showing up in the recommended for KJ Appa fan accounts.
exactly. You're
So
like actually a bot if you don't think that it's him, or if you're like, I know that this is KJ Appa, I just can't prove it. You're actually
yeah,
a
yeah,
freaking
you
bot,
no,
and you
you're
clearly don't know
NPC.
him
You're
at
not real,
all.
bro. You're not
You
real because it's
you're
him.
not real, and you don't know him at all. Like,
Yeah. And now this brings me to my next point. This brings me to my next point. It's just so crazy to me how suddenly, out of the woodwork, with Mr. Fantasy trending, all these people suddenly like KJ Appa.
oh,
And
it's just
it's like, no, listen, it's funny.
no.
I will say this. It's funny. This song is really good.
The
It's
song is fire.
wonderful, and I'm very happy that he's getting these people that are enjoying his music that he's made, that clearly he's worked very hard on this whole project.
Hmm.
It's great. And I don't want my words to be mixed up with people saying, well, you're not happy for him. Of course I am. There's very few people who are more proud and more happy than we are, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like we have been in the trenches, so like trust, we are happy for him. I can speak for Haley
Mm-hmm.
and myself when I say that we're very, very happy for KJ. For this and for everything else he's got going on for him because it's
Yep.
wonderful. It is wonderful. However, all these people coming out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, well, y'all weren't there when he was doing his Fifi TikToks."
Yes, we
Yeah, yeah,
were.
we were. Yeah, we fucking were. Were you?
And they're arguing
Were
with you,
you?
bro. You should talk about how they were freaking arguing with you.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
the
yeah,
one that was
yeah. Mm-hmm.
arguing that it wasn't
Yes.
KJ's voice, and they were like
Yep.
arguing it wasn't his voice when it's very clearly his voice if you've seen a single episode of Riverdale and listened to him sing
If you've
ever, or
listened
even
to
his
him
music.
ever, his
Like if
music,
you've listened to him speak or sing or anything ever, you can hear the rasp in his voice that only
you
he
could just
has.
you could just hear plain as day that it's him. And it's one thing if people are arguing, "Oh, it's not him in the videos." It is, but okay. But to
It
say
is.
that
It's
that's
literally
not
just fake
him,
tea.
like his voice, Hannah Montana would have worked. That's what you could take away from this whole
Yeah.
situation. Hannah Montana would have worked. People would have
Hmm.
fell for that in real life. And it's not even like an exaggeration when I say it because it's literally the same thing. Like
I
it's
know.
his tattoos, it's his face. And like then there's people that are like, "Oh, well, he's got the same scar on his nose." It's like, "Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
him."
because it's KJ Appa.
But like I just can't get over the whole thing. Like it's nuts. It's nuts. And then like Haley said, there was somebody on TikTok that was arguing with me. That was and listen, it's the internet, people are gonna argue. It's like, dude, you just don't want to go there. There's
Hmm.
certain things that you just shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And arguing with me about Riverdale
Hmm.
or about one of the Riverdale actors, that is something that you, as a normie, shouldn't do. So, that being said, I'm in the comment section of this TikTok video where they're saying that it's not KJ singing, that it's Kelly Blatz. And if you don't know who that is, that's KJ's friend who directed One Fast Move. And he's credited on the song as like I think a writing credit or
Yeah.
something.
Right,
But
something or producer
something
or
like that, like
something.
producer something. He's either way, he's credited on the song. It is not him singing. It is KJ singing. Plain
You
and
can
simple. On
just
the video,
tell.
on the video, they're saying, "Guys, it's not KJ. It's Kelly singing on the song. KJ's just in the videos." I'm like, and I commented. I said, "No, that's KJ on the song." I said,
Yeah.
"No, that's him." And this woman, she's going back and forth to me like, "It's not him. You could see it on the credits. It's not him. If it was KJ, it would say that." And I'm like, "It did. They took it out. It did say that it was
Literally.
KJ. They took it out."
They took it out
So,
so people didn't know it was KJ because it's a joke.
yeah. And so I'm telling her, I'm like, "No, no, it's him." I said, "I am like one of the top listeners of his album on Spotify. I think I know his voice when I hear it."
Hmm.
And like I had to have my actually moment because
Yeah.
like and it's not even really that. It's just it's like how are you that stupid? How are you that oblivious? And listen, I get it. If it's part of like it's the joke like, "Oh guys, it's not him." It's like that's funny. Okay. It's not him. Like let's say that it wasn't him. But if we're being real and
Yeah.
we're arguing that it's not him, you're just stupid. You're
Stupid.
just you're just stupid. If you can't
Hmm.
take one look at that, especially as someone who claims to be a fan of him,
Hmm.
and think that it's not KJ Appa, you are sorely mistaken. You are absolutely wrong. You are
Stupid.
absolutely wrong. You are
Hmm.
absolutely stupid. Sorry. I speak the
Hmm.
truth. This is just I'm telling it how it is, you know? And I think the thing that gets me about the whole situation is that, somebody like me, somebody like Haley, somebody that has been a fan of KJ for many years, or anybody that's like, been
Hmm.
around for a while, especially as long as us though. We've kind of seen of all the Riverdale cast members, KJ has probably gotten the most shit from everybody in the fandom,
Yeah.
It's people say that he can't act. People say that he can't sing. People say he's a bad person. People say that he's not talented. People say that he's a jerk. People say that he's mean, that he's rude, that he's this, that he's that. And now, for
Yeah.
everybody who also, like, and I forgot to mention there, they think that he's crazy. They think that he's weird or whatever, because God forbid a guy gets a little fun, a little silly, I guess, right?
Hmm.
Like with the whole Fifi TikToks, people saying, oh, he's on Jingle Jangle. We as a society have been conditioned to think that celebrities have to be these really serious, taking themselves like, oh, I'm an artist. I'm
Like
an
somebody we
actor.
know.
Yeah,
Like,
like, and I'm not even gonna, Haley, fuck that. This is our podcast. Joe Keery, you're catching a stray, bro. You're catching a stray. I hate people like that. Oh, I'm an artist, and I am so serious in my career, and I have to,
and I'm the
hmm.
Joe.
And I'm just
And I
so,
mean,
mm.
it's our
Like,
podcast. We could complain about how people keep fucking comparing him to Joe. They're
oh
not even
God,
the same. Joe was literally inspired by other people to wear a wig and sing in a disguise or whatever.
that's
He was
another
literally
thing. That's another,
inspired by
gosh,
other people,
there's so many things that we could
like
say.
David Bowie, like the alter egos, like David Bowie and Ziggy Stardust, like alter egos that musicians have of
You know,
themselves that are still themselves to play their music. That's what Joe was going for. And it's too soon to tell what the frick KJ is doing, but he might just be having fun.
I
It's
think he's
not for
just
a
having fun.
movie.
I don't think it's
I
for a
think he's
movie.
just having fun. But it's not the Joe. It's not Joe. I know it's Joe, but it's not DJO and Joe Keery, not the same. It's not, and he's not. I highly doubt KJ was inspired by him at all because KJ could literally hit him up if he wanted to, probably. Like if he really wanted to, like he could send him a DM on Instagram and it would probably come through because they're both verified. Like it would, you know what I mean? Like he would
Yeah, I do,
be able to
but
get in touch with him if he wanted to. With sh through Shannon Purser.
oh yeah. But
Uh-huh.
and maybe people will get mad at me for this, and this isn't exactly Riverdale, but like let's sidetrack for a minute.
Hmm.
It's really funny that all these people think that Joe Keery is on anybody's radar outside of the Stranger Things circle and like the people that give a shit about his music. He's not, I promise you, KJ Appa didn't see that and be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do what that guy did. No.
No,
And also,
no,
the difference between them, among many, many, many things, is that KJ isn't taking himself so goddamn seriously. And it's one of the reasons
that's
why
what
he's my
Joe is
favorite.
doing.
Yeah, and he's
Joe
like,
takes
he's like,
himself too
he's like,
seriously.
don't call me Steve. I'm my music. Don't call him Steve. Don't call him Steve. And
People
like
theorizing
people,
that Carrie
like
the name is about freaking Steve, about how I carry a name is
I don't
about
care.
Steve.
I don't fucking
So
care about
dumb.
Joe
And about
Keery
his
music,
Steve
dude. And
trauma.
neither does KJ. These Joe Keery people, they're thinking, "Oh, well, Mr. Fantasy's copying Joe." No, it's
No,
not. No, not
no, he's
even. Not
not.
not at
No.
all. No, not at all. And, there's just so many
Yeah.
things that have come from this, and all of it's been a really big surprise, I guess, for at least for
Hmm.
for me. And I guess for you too as well, Haley.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
it's just what gets me about the whole thing is not that people are enjoying it. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's funny. The music is good. I'm sure he's gonna release another song that's gonna be just as amazing, maybe even better. He's gonna keep
Hmm.
doing the videos. He's gonna keep getting people to watch it and talk about it. And
Yeah.
I think it's great, because all
Hmm.
everything else aside, I am genuinely so very happy for KJ and just everything that's been coming out for
Hmm.
him, like in the past couple months, especially. I think this year has been so awesome. Like he's gonna play Jimmy
Yeah.
Stewart.
I
Like
know.
that is so huge for him. And
Uh-huh.
he's finally doing what I always knew he was
Right.
capable of.
And I will say I told you so was what
Yeah.
I would always
And
say.
I think that's where, for me and Haley, I think that's where a lot of our, I guess I'll use the word frustration comes from. Because
Mm-hmm.
to scream something from the rooftops and be ridiculed and mocked and made fun of for it on
Mm-hmm.
the internet and have people tell you, oh, you're wrong, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, and like he sucks and he's stupid,
Yeah.
whatever, like, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then for those same people to turn around and be like, oh, well, we always knew he was funny. We always knew that he was talented.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys weren't there for his Fifi days. Oh, you weren't there for this. You weren't there for that. Like, I was there. I was there when he was on Riverdale. Like, that's what we
Like
have been saying. And it's
like
true
yeah.
for
Like
us.
like
Like,
yeah.
that's what we have been saying. And that is what has been true for us for
Mm-hmm.
so long. And so when people who were not there, like they say they were, to be screaming it from the rooftops now and acting like they have always been saying
Mm-hmm.
this, it's just like, huh? Like, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're enjoying it, but don't pretend that you have always been a fan. You've always been saying this. You've always been a supporter. And this goes beyond just KJ.
Mm-hmm.
This is this is like deeper than just people saying they liked KJ before he was Mr. Fantasy. This is people saying that they have liked the Riverdale cast since forever. Every
When no,
time,
they haven't.
yeah, every time the new project or any time any of their names are in the headlines, all these people coming out of the woodwork like, oh, well, I always knew Madeline Petch had talent. I always was a fan of Madeline Petch. I always liked Lily Reinhart. I always liked Camila Mendez. No, you didn't. And guess what?
Right. And they'll say it once they get popular
Yeah.
and then there's no proof for them to even back it up.
Yeah. And guess what? It's okay that you didn't like them from the start. It's okay
Mm-hmm.
that you were on Twitter or you were on TikTok saying that Riverdale is shit and all of them have no talent. Just don't
Exactly.
be
Just tell the
turning
truth though.
around. Don't be turning around telling me that I wasn't there or telling everyone that you were when you fucking weren't.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating. It's so annoying because it happens all the time and it's gonna keep happening. And a lot of Riverdale fans are very quick to call out all these people's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because imagine being a fan of something for many years and then all of a sudden it's the cool thing to like. And it's
Mm-hmm.
this, revelation that the internet is having where, oh, this show is cool now. Like it's good. But guess what? It's always been good. It's always been
Woo!
good.
And
And
that
it's like,
brings it back around to the new people.
yeah, and it's just very, very frustrating because you're having all these revelations and saying all this stuff that we've been saying for years that those same people probably would have just laughed off or said you were wrong. And now all of a sudden, oh, well, we've always liked it. Guess what? We've always liked it. It's always been cool. What are you saying? It's like, can you look
Um,
back at the same shit you were saying?
mm,
Everyone was saying
yeah,
and it was like, oh, you liked Riverdale and you were like a weirdo or you were like not cool or you were just like you had bad taste in shows and now all of a sudden it's the flavor of the month and we're all gonna hop on this bandwagon. Like, no.
no,
It's just like and I think that KJ honestly had the most and people say, oh, so and so had the most shit out of everyone. But I think
no, I think he
it
did.
was KJ. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Because his fandom was always the smallest, and the people that genuinely liked him, that little group of people that genuinely liked KJ, it was like a couple people that liked him, for his other things other than Riverdale, but Riverdale included. And, you know, now all of a sudden, all these people are like, oh, well, you guys weren't there. You guys weren't there. It's like,
Or saying, I remember
no.
when he was on Riverdale.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And I
like it when
saw,
they do that.
yeah,
I think it's
I
funny
know,
because
it's
they're
so
like,
funny.
yeah, so do we.
Yeah, I saw somebody on TikTok asking, is KJ Appa funny in Riverdale? I think I want to start watching it because I love
Oh,
Mr. Fantasy.
oh,
And it's like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like, I just
Oh.
it's just so funny how people switch up. And like we
Mhm.
keep saying, you know, I wish there was a better way that I could like put it into words because, at the end of the day, I'm just happy that he's getting support from more
Mhm.
people, that he's getting more love because that's great, you know. But it's just very, very strange,
Yeah,
and I like you're right, Haley. It does loop back to like it just keeps looping back like everything's connected. Like, you know, everything's connected. It's
it
crazy.
is.
Like nobody got more shit about being a bad singer, bad actor, bad person, bad everything. And now all of a
Bad,
sudden,
stupid, dumb,
yeah,
bad.
and now
Like,
all of a sudden, all these people out of nowhere
all of a
saying,
sudden are
"Oh,
like,
we've
I
always
could be
liked
a
him."
Mr. Fantasy.
Yeah, like oh, we've always liked him. We've always liked him. Like, no, no, you haven't, and that's okay.
I know.
I
It's fine
think
to say you're a
that
new
yeah,
fan.
like it's fine to say, and I think that this is like something we should normalize because nowadays with everything, everyone feels the need to be, oh, well, I was there first. I was number one. I was number this. I was this. I was this. I was, and it's like it's okay because everybody starts somewhere. And there's things that I like that I'm like, I'm not the number one of that, and that's okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, and there's things that I like that I'm like, okay, I am the number one of that.
Yeah.
And other people are like, yeah, you are. And that's like,
Hmm.
cool. So we're understanding each other. Like, I have to say, Jamie Kennedy, I am his number one fan. And guess what? That's fine.
Yeah.
I,
And
he knows
nobody is
it.
like
Yeah,
arguing you on that.
he knows it. So, like, once the person says, yeah, you're my number one fan, then it's like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
like,
who said our number one fan on your, was that Skeet
that was
or was
Lachlan
that
Monroe.
Lachlan? Yeah, that's what I thought. Our number one fan.
And Lachlan
Oh,
Monroe, I gotta say, we're yours.
yeah.
It'll make a lot of sense later.
I'm your number one fan
But,
forever.
it's just the way that people are on the internet these days. It's like you can never admit that you're like new to something. And you have to say,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, I was there like but I never really got into it. Like but like I was
Ooh,
I
you know what it kind of
it's
goes into? You know what it kind of
what?
goes into? That phenomenon? The idea that it's like there was this video essay I watched, and I think it was by Shanspeare, I think, and it was about the epidemic of like being a beginner. Like people have no hobbies because they're too afraid to mess up at something. Like they're too afraid to be a
Ooh,
beginner at something. And I think that's part of it. And like even though it's in a different way, you're still afraid to get information wrong or be a beginner and be new to a fandom
yeah,
just because like people will make you feel bad about it.
that's true. I totally get that. It wouldn't be such a issue, and it's not an issue. And I just, I want to say something. It's just like a PSA. I think that we are so lucky that this is what we're complaining about.
Yeah.
Just on a deeper level, and let me get a little sappy here. You know, I've just recently been doing a lot of thinking that we are so lucky that we're sitting here bitching and moaning about fandoms and TV shows and actors, most of which don't
Hmm.
know that either of us exist. And there's so many things in this world and so many people that
Hmm.
have it so much worse than Haley and I.
Hmm.
And, you know, it could always be a lot worse. But,
Hmm.
you know, for now, let's continue complaining.
For now.
But, I would feel a lot better about it if somebody was like watching Riverdale for the first time and they came to me and they were like, "Hey, I just started this show and like I'm really loving it." And like,
Hmm.
I am new to the fandom, like, hi. Like I would feel better about it if they were just like sincerely like, "I've never watched this show." And maybe even honestly, I used to think that it was stupid, but now I'm watching it and I'm liking it. I would rather that than someone come into the fandom like, "Guys, this is peak and all of you are wrong. Like, I've always
I
watched this
know.
show. I've always loved this show, but I'm on season
I
3, so
know.
don't spoil it." Like,
I know.
like, actually, I've been in this fandom for 6 years, so I think I did know that the show was good. I think you're the one that's late to the game, but
Yeah.
hey. It's fine. Like you're watching the show. It's like we've said this before. It's on
Hmm.
Netflix. It's not a problem that you're watching the show. It's a problem that you're coming into this fandom. Number one, you're making it weird. And number two, you're acting like you own the place when you don't. Everyone
Hmm.
knows who does. That's a
Yeah.
joke.
That's a
Don't take
joke.
that too seriously.
That's a joke.
You know?
That's a...
Don't take it too seriously, okay? Like, huh. But, it's like I would feel better if people like, and this is just like in general, like if people weren't so afraid to just be like, "Yeah, I'm new."
Hmm.
Like I just watched it for the first
I'm
time or
afraid to
yeah.
say, "Oh, I'm new." I'm afraid to do that. Say, "Oh, I'm new to the fandom. Oh, I'm new, whatever." Even when I get into something new, I will just omit that information. I won't lie, but I'll omit that information so that people don't know.
I don't know. I think for me, I'm like such an honest person. Like I do what I would prefer done to me. So,
Hmm.
I mean, not that I have the brain capacity to even get into anything new, because I
Hmm.
don't. Because
Yeah.
in case you haven't noticed, Riverdale is kind of like my thing that I just,
The creme de la creme.
yeah, it's just like I started watching it when I was 13 and have just never been capable of liking anything to that capacity ever. And I've
Hmm.
tried. And like, there's other things that I like. Like I don't just like not do anything else. Like I'm rewatching Dawson's Creek right now and I love that show.
Oh,
But do I have the capacity to like Dawson's Creek the way I like Riverdale? No. Do I have the
no.
capacity to like Scream even much like no, as much as I like Riverdale? No, nothing will ever, you know. But if I do
No.
start liking something new, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. I'm new. Like, hi, I'm
I'm new.
new.
Hi.
I don't
And it'll make
I
people respect you though more too, I think. It makes
yeah,
people
for
respect
sure.
you more.
Like I
It makes
absolutely like
people want
it's
to
just
engage more with you too,
it
because they like
does.
want to prove that they're
It
smart
does.
and understanding in the like for me personally, if somebody says, "Oh, I'm new, I don't understand this," or can you tell me about like I've had people ask me, "Can you tell me what you think about Archie or why do you feel this way about him? What do you see in this?" Because they think that I have expertise and I'm like flattered by that. So
Yeah.
like people being new and it's also just flattering kind of too and they're like, "Oh, I'm new. I like this a lot," you know? Except
Yeah.
for I mean, there was that the on Twitter and they were like they admitted to being new, but they were still acting like they were owning the place and that was PMO.
That could be a lot of people.
That was
But now I'm
PMO.
yeah, now I'm thinking back to like when I got into Robbie Williams
Hmm.
and I started tweeting about him and stuff, and all the Robbie Williams people were like, "I've liked Robbie since I was 15 and I'm 34 now." And it's like, "Okay, like can you give me recommendations?" And they were like so happy to be like helping me get into Robbie Williams. And it was just like,
Oh.
I wasn't like, oh yeah, I've liked Robbie Williams forever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I just found out who he was at that point, and I was like, I like this guy. I still like Robbie Williams. I still do.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I think most of our listeners are American. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Williams. Look him up. He's gorgeous, and I like his music.
Uh,
Hey, Haley doesn't like Robbie Williams, but I do.
I think he looks
So,
like a melting of Chopped Morrissey, but that'll
if
be
we
up
want to
to
talk
you
about
guys to decide.
Chopped, if we want to talk about Chopped, we're gonna go to somebody else, not
Are you
my
gonna
beloved
talk?
Robbie.
Or are you gonna talk about my beloved and also beloved Joe?
More like
More
no.
like,
More like no. Joe, more like
he's
no.
he's my beloved and also my beloved because he's so pretentious at times, but also
He, okay, last we'll say about him, he looks like a
he looks like a
matcha
Funko
drinking,
Pop.
he looks like a Funko Pop, but he's like a pretentious matcha drinking Dubai chocolate. American
Labubu.
Psycho is the best film ever. He's, ugh,
And he's like, I hate Steve
he's he's
Harrington.
like
He
that
hates
dude.
Steve Harrington.
He's that dude in your film class that you just want to fucking sock in the face. Like, oh, like he's that dude in your class, in your film class that is just so insufferable. And it reminds me of when I was in a film class for like took like a college level film
Mhm.
class and it was literally first day and this guy, he's got long hair and like round glasses and I still follow him on Instagram and he's always posting like with
Oh,
this like pack of Marlboro Reds and he's like so fucking cool and he thinks he's so cool. And he first day film class and he's like, "Hi, are we gonna be using special film? Because that's what I'm used to shooting with when I film my short films that I've written and directed, and I was just wondering if we would be using the shit camera and the butt film. Um, just curious here." And
the shit camera in the butt film.
I don't remember what the fuck he said because I was just like, dude, we don't even know each other's names yet, and you have to be a douchebag on the first day? Like, ugh.
American
And
Psycho.
then he did that. He's like, you know, American Psycho is just such a brilliant film. Oh my God. I was just like, I like rolled my eyes like, oh my God.
Just such a brilliant
Literally first
film.
day. Literally first day. And you have to be like that.
That is that Joe?
Get out. That is Joe. That is Joe. But he's probably like that in like your music class. He's like, just
Yeah.
wondering, about your songwriting technique. If any of our listeners like Joe, they're gonna hate us. Don't
I
hate us,
like
guys.
Joe. Okay, I like Joe though.
Mr. Fantasy's that one song is better than his entire everything. And it's just so funny to see something that we always knew was gonna happen happening in this way.
I know.
Like I always thought when people started to like when people would eventually start to see what we've always seen with KJ, which is that he's talented and funny and everything, like that it would happen like after a movie or something. Like the
Yeah,
fact that
not Mr.
Mr.
Fantasy.
Fantasy has done it is really just so. I mean, I just can't. And you know what's also funny? That I've seen so many people saying, "Why am I more attracted to Mr. Fantasy than I am to KJ Appa? What is wrong with you?" I
Ah,
can't, dude. It's so.
Mr.
They're
Fantasy.
like, he's so attractive. He's so
No, he's
attractive.
so
Yeah,
funny to look at.
maybe because he's KJ Appa. Like,
And
maybe
not because he's
put
Mr.
your
Fantasy.
pride aside and admit that KJ Appa, who is conventionally attractive, is attractive.
Right.
It's just, I feel like so many people are afraid to admit that, which is weird because they think that he's weird because of Fifi and the
Hmm.
paint video. I think the paint video is
Yeah.
really just is what people think about
It's
him.
just funny though.
It's just like KJ fans are like, oh, just another day of KJ Appa being himself, whatever. But
Hmm.
like normies are like, oh my God, it's so weird.
I know.
No, not really. It's just
No.
KJ Appa being KJ Appa, fork found within kitchen.
In kitchen. Yeah.
Not really that surprising, but like we keep saying, but I really want to drill this into your head here to
Hmm.
our listeners. This
Hmm.
switch up is crazy. The switch up
I
is
know.
crazy. It's
I know.
crazy because people are so afraid to admit that they're new to something, to admit
I
that they
know.
haven't liked it for 200 years, and they'd rather just be like, oh, well, I've always liked it. Oh, well, you guys have not always liked it, and you guys don't get it. And like that's what people are really doing with Riverdale now. And we in our
Hmm.
fandom episode, and I'm not gonna lie because I am honest. I'm just honest with all of you. And I think that if you're listening to this,
Hmm.
by now you would know that I'm just the type of person, I'm gonna just say how it is. I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm the type of person I am going to say how I feel. There's just so many new people that it's not necessarily, and like I keep saying, not our problem that people are watching a show for the first time that is on Netflix or maybe even revisiting the show.
Hmm.
It's on Netflix. It's not some secret. It's not from like the 80s and it's this niche little thing that no one knows anything about. It's Riverdale. It's, whatever. But it's just so interesting how you can walk into a fandom and all of a sudden act like you own the place. And I think part of why, at least I'll speak for myself here, but I think Haley, I think you can back me up on
Hmm.
this, is the reason that I'm so like precious about the Riverdale fandom and why I'm always like complaining about, new people or people watching it for the first time and like talking about it as much as I am or as much as I do is because it is something that is so precious to me and has been this little safe space for me for many years. And in recent years, it's been much different than it ever has been. And it's also very small. And when something is small, like
Hmm.
Riverdale, it's all people who like everyone knows everyone pretty much. And everybody has like these
Hmm.
like-minded, everybody has pretty much the same mindset, opinions, and if they don't, it's like, okay. And one thing about the Riverdale fandom, at least in like the people that I know, and probably a lot of the people that are listening to this, that everybody kind of has the same general understanding of the show and what is versus what isn't. And there's certain things that are just like, I guess, non-negotiables that no matter who you like, there's just things that are and things that are set in stone that the fans are aware of. And I think that these days people are kind of changing that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
saying things that have never
Hmm.
been said before.
That's a
And
brand new sentence.
yeah, like saying things that have never been said before. And it's weird, basically, for me.
Yes.
And like,
It's like a new age
It's a
where they're
new,
like,
it is, it's a new age, it's a new era and new people, and that's fine. But I just get a little, I don't want to say worried, I just get a little like iffy. Because, when something's been the same for so long, like when something's been the same for so long, it's like a comfort. And I think us Riverdalians are
are
very
pretty
like,
used to nobody around and
yeah, like we're
not
pretty
much.
used to just everybody being like, all right, well, we like Riverdale. Like,
Hmm.
okay. And everybody kind of has their own little lane that they stay in. And when new people are brought into that, it could either be the best thing or worst thing for a fandom. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I do know what you're saying.
And so I guess that kind of loops back to Mr. Fantasy and also people switching up on the cast because we have always said what we're saying. And then the internet and all these people, these new people, start having these revelations.
They
Like,
think
guys,
they're
guys,
revelations.
Riverdale is actually good. It's like, yeah, all of us have been saying that forever. And now you want to join the party and act like you've always been here? No. You want to
No,
join the party now and act like you've always liked the
no.
show and like you've always been here? No,
And it's not
no.
to say you can't change your mind on things because you
Yeah,
can.
you
I mean,
can, of course.
I had a phase where I like was like on that bandwagon too, and I was like, "Oh, this is like a bad show." And like I'm not gonna refute that and be like, "Oh, actually, it's a really good show," because there are parts of it that are bad. But the problem that
Season
lies
7.
within that is thinking that people who like the show don't realize that it's bad, and then you tell them, "Oh, that show's really bad," as if we haven't heard it 10 million times before.
We both said this before. I think everyone has. Like, Riverdale fans are the first people to tell you that the show is flawed.
Yeah.
And I think being a fan of anything, like a true, genuine fan of anything or anyone, you have to be willing to admit when something is like lackluster at times, or you have to be you have to be willing to admit that something has its flaws, that it has its points in time where it's not exactly the best,
Yeah.
and that something should have been done different or written different or not
Hmm.
said or said more. Like,
Yeah.
Haley and I both have our grievances about Riverdale. Of
Hmm.
course, that doesn't mean that we don't like it or that we like it any less. It means,
Hmm.
if anything, it means that we like it
Like
even
it
more
more.
because we're secure enough in our love for it that we can say, hey, season 7 was shit.
Exactly. And I mean, I think loving something wholly and truthfully is and even like with people too, loving somebody is being willing to say, "Hey, that's not okay." And you just want
Yeah,
the best for them, you know what I mean? Like loving somebody is being able to tell them no, being able to say, "You're not acting like yourself. I'm worried about you." Being able to say, "That's not okay." Being able to recognize when people are doing things wrong and being able to tell them that. I mean, having conflict, healthy communication through healthy conflict is literally how relationships should work. So it's almost the same thing with when you like something because loving it as the show that it is wholly is able to say like this part sucked actually because you just
yeah,
want it to be the best that it can be. You don't think that it's a lost cause. I think
yeah.
the opposite would be thinking that it's a lost cause, which means that you don't love it as much as you say you do.
We love Riverdale. I mean, we have a whole podcast about it. We have collections for it. We talk about it all the
Hmm.
time. It's how we met through the fandom. And
Hmm.
so to love something, you have to be able to be like, hmm, Like you have to be able to say when something, you have to be able to call it like it is.
Mhm.
And I think that a lot of people, or maybe not a lot of people, and this might, you might tell me I'm wrong, you might disagree with this, but I think that people, would the word be overcompensate or
I
like
think so.
they overdo it for season seven? And it's
Yeah.
like, do you think that liking the worst season of the show,
Makes you
like
a
more
bigger
than,
fan or
yeah,
something.
makes you a bigger fan? Like you think that,
Being like blindly obedient to it in a way, kind of.
yeah, and listen, I'm not saying you can't like season seven. By all means, you can like it. It's a totally like I don't care that you like it, but it's just to log on to Twitter and see people be like, season seven is so good. Season seven is so peak. It's so amazing. It's the best season of the show. It's like, no, 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 no,
No.
honey, no, it's not. Honey, no, 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 it is not.
No, no,
And
no.
this is two of Riverdale's biggest fans are telling you this. And I think anybody that was in the fandom while the show was still airing would probably agree, like, yo, season seven
No.
is really bad, especially if you look back at the other seasons. And
Hmm.
I just think that that's like slowly becoming the like mindset of people. It's like, well, the later seasons are actually really good. And they're actually better than season one. Season one was so
No.
boring. Like, oh, I've seen that said, by the way, that season six was better than season one. And it's like, where the
Uh,
fuck
uh,
did you
uh,
come
uh,
from?
uh, oh.
Like, what are you smoking? What drugs are you doing? What are you
I don't
drinking?
want what you're on.
I I don't want what you're on. No, you're right. I
I
don't want
don't.
what you're on because you're fucking wrong. You're on some bullshit because that is not true. And I saw that and I was like, what? I was like, huh? And like I don't remember who said it, but like I was like, what the hell is this? I remember sending it to somebody and
Hmm.
I was like, what? I was like, what are you what? Like season six better?
Yeah.
Like the only thing that season six is better than is season
Hmm.
seven.
Yeah. Oh, season
Only
6, 7.
six, seven, yeah. The only
Mhm.
thing that season six is better than
Is
is season
season
seven.
7.
Yeah, like that's just the truth. The only thing that season six
Hmm.
is better than is season seven. Season
Hmm.
one kind of trumps all. Like if we're talking
Yeah.
about, and I'm not, this isn't an opinion thing. I'm talking about purely based on plot and writing. Season one is objectively the best season. That you cannot argue. Like you
Hmm.
could say, "Oh, well, season 4 is my favorite." Okay. Like, yes, and it's good. But objectively, season
Hmm.
1 has the best writing. That's just factually correct. That is a factually correct statement. Season 1 is objectively the best. Season 3 is
Hmm.
my personal favorite, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you, "Oh, season
Hmm.
3 has the best writing." Cuz like I would be a liar then. I love it, but I could tell you that it's not the bestest thing in the whole wide world, you know? And so
Yes.
that I think that kind of we'll leave it there. Like
Yeah.
you could love something without being blindly supportive or loyal to it.
Yes.
Like,
You can have its flaws. Like there are many things I like that have huge glaring flaws, and I'll say I don't ignore that,
yeah,
and I'll tell people, "Oh, I like this thing, whatever," and they'll be like, but this flaw that it has," and I'm like, "I am aware."
yeah. Moral of the story of this episode, I know we kind of got a little off track. Uh,
Mr. Fantasy.
is Mr. Fantasy at the heart of it. It is about how all of this really links together if you think about it. Mr. Fantasy, I would really love to have you on someday.
Uh-huh.
Um, would really love to have Mr. Fantasy notice us
Yes.
on Instagram, on TikTok, on anywhere. Mr. Fantasy, please. And oh, we didn't even talk about how all the women are desperate for Mr. Fantasy to
I
notice them
know.
on TikTok.
Oh yeah, I
Holy
know. They're
shit.
like forcing it
It's
so
like
bad.
embarrassing.
And we got notices like in the beginning
Yeah,
when he
it's like
still followed
embarrassing.
himself. I commented, KJ, what is this? And he liked my comment.
He replied to me a couple times, I think.
Uh-huh.
But now he's like
Yeah.
really like weary.
He's like prolific. Yeah.
He doesn't really interact with any Riverdale fan accounts
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Now that he's all Hollywood.
Yeah.
Mr. Fantasy is all Hollywood.
Yeah. And the Chipotle Mr. Fantasy
I got
burrito.
that. That the Mr. Fantasy Chipotle burrito was actually really good.
Too bad I like everything plain.
I like everything plain too, but I was like, you know what? I had a really bad day at work and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna get it. And
Oh,
I was
that's
like, yeah.
funny.
It was actually really good. That was
Wow.
first for me. I never gotten anything like that. I don't like beans though, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Not
I
a
tried to take
fan.
them off, but it said, "Warning, if you change anything about this order, it will be your own thing and not the Mr. Fantasy burrito anymore." And I was like, "Damn it. I want the Mr. Fantasy. I don't want
Wow.
my own thing."
That's funny.
I have a question, and I'm gonna put it as a poll for our listeners
Oh, yeah, that's a
on
good question.
Spotify. I'm sorry if you're listening on something other than Spotify, you're probably not going to be able to answer this, but let us know on Instagram. Do you think that KJ Appa is Mr. Fantasy? That's our question for our listeners this week.
That's our
Do
question.
you
Let's
think,
gauge it.
yeah, do you think that KJ Appa is Mr. Fantasy? Because I'm still on the fence about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they look alike, but the teeth. But
The
anyway.
tea.
This has been fun, Haley. And yeah, make sure to answer our poll. Do you think that KJ Appa is Mr. Fantasy? Let us know.
Let us
And
know
we
down
will see
below.
you next week, next Riverdale Wednesday. Bye bye.
Boom, bada boom.